What if one of the fastest ways to attract more prosperity to your life isn't about hustling harder? It's actually about giving more. In this video, I'll share with you how generosity is one of the most powerful abundance tools and how giving shifts your financial mindset and opens doors for more money, opportunity, and support to flow to you. I'm Rogin. I help people stress less and prosper more. Today, we're going to talk about why generosity actually precedes prosperity and how giving from a place of trust and not fear or obligation changes everything. It's easy to think someday I'll give more, or when I've made it, I'm going to give back. I hate that expression, giving back, because what we should do is give forward. What I write about in Messages from Money is that money loves movement. When we give it freely and share it, money flows. When we're hoarding it, it stagnates. What I know is that what goes around comes around. When your fists are clenched like this, if this is the energy of, I don't have enough to share, and you're hanging on so tightly to what you have, you also can't receive. Now, there's some people that are giving all the time, and money just doesn't stay with them. Giving and receiving are both important. It's really all part of the same process. And what goes around comes around. I bet you can think of a time when you were generous and then something unexpected flowed to you. Maybe you were generous with charitable contributions, or you were generous with business referrals, and then all of a sudden something came back to you that was unexpected. This actually just happened to me today. Yesterday, I gave several charitable contributions, and today I got an unexpected referral for financial coaching. I do believe those are related. Now, I didn't give the charitable contributions expecting something to come back, but that's the process. What goes around comes around. I remember Sherry told me a story years ago about how she was walking down the street in Chicago and a guy came up to her and asked her for money. And she stopped and talked to him and said, well, what's going on? He said, well, I normally clean windshields. And today, no one's letting me do that. And that's usually how I make enough money for food. And I'm really hungry. She said, oh, come with me. She walked into a local grocery store who had a deli counter in the back. She bought him a sandwich, a drink, some chips, and they both felt good from the interaction. When we help others, it feels really good. But the story doesn't stop there. Sherry told me that that very night, she got a call from her aunt saying that her aunt and uncle wanted to gift Sherry $10,000. Now, she never expected this. She certainly didn't buy a sandwich for that guy so that she would get a substantial financial gift. Maybe they're not even correlated, but I actually believe that they are. When we do kind things and good acts and generous behavior, good things flow back to us. That's how abundance works. Generosity signals trust. Money loves it when you're generous. You're out there helping other people, and money is excited to flow back to you from your kind acts. Start where you're at. Small donations and kind acts make a difference. Many nonprofit organizations rely on small donations for their work. A study that was done by the Generosity Commission, which is via the Stanford Center on Philanthropy and Civil Society, found that many community-based nonprofits depend heavily on everyday gifts and small giving to run their operations. So even small amounts matter. Give consciously. Make your donations to organizations that you really believe in, that have a cause that you would love to support. And notice what flows back. Now, you're not giving with the expectation something will flow back, but it will. So pay attention to that. Here's a question to ponder. If you had all the money that you could ever need, how would you like to make a lasting impact? This is one of the questions from the Money Talks cards. And these are 48 conversation starters to improve your relationship with money. And this is a beautiful one for you to contemplate, to imagine. And this process of thinking about what would you do with that money will help you start on your path to creating an even bigger impact with your money. Money loves it when it's used as a force for good in the world. Here's a practical application. Set up a systematic giving plan. This is similar to setting up automatic savings. I'm sure you've heard the phrase pay yourself first, and this is where you take money off the top and put it into savings. It's great. It works for people to accumulate wealth. Giving off the top makes sense as well. It puts discipline around your giving. So choose a percentage of your income and move that into a separate account to be given away. It could be 1%, 10%, 20%. It really depends on your situation. The benefit of choosing a percentage is that as your income increases, proportionately, you're giving more money. And if for some reason your income decreases, you're also giving an appropriate amount as well. This can be put into a separate bank account or money market account. And then once that money is accumulated or accumulating, you can make more conscious decisions about where to donate that money to causes or people that really speak to you and to your heart, areas that you would love to see a difference made. And what I found over and over for myself and with other people that have taken on this strategy is that they found that they're more generous. If you know there's this pool of money earmarked for giving, then if a friend is running in a charitable and raising money for a charity, perhaps you'll make a larger donation for them. Or if it's for a cause that is important to you, you'll know how much you have already earmarked for giving. If this topic is interesting to you, please go ahead and get my book, Messages from Money. There's a whole section about how sharing, giving, helps to boost your prosperity and do it in ways that feel good for you and make a lasting impact. You'll find a link to that below in show notes, and you'll also find a link to Money Loves Clarity, a worksheet that I've developed just for you that you can download for free to start to envision how to use money as a force for good in your life. If this video was helpful for you and you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you think someone in your life would benefit from this as well, then go ahead and share that. That is a generous act. There's more videos coming, and until next time, the question to ponder is, how are you going to use money as a force for good in the world?